Hi everyone, I'm Shay.
I'm TK.
And this is a session with a Sexpert, Valentine's Day edition.
It's been a while since our last live event on National HIV/AIDS Awareness Day in June 2020, so let's reintroduce ourselves. Shay and I are your resident Sexperts here at the Ohio HIV/STI Hotline.
We're basically the cool version of the PE teacher who taught you sex ed in middle school or high school.
Yeah, think Coach Carr from Mean Girls, except Black, queer, and actually helpful.
OHIV is Ohio's statewide preferred sexual health resource. We're the home of the Free Condom Project, the program that mails free condoms to all Ohio residents over the age of 16. We also run Test at Home with OHIV, where we send home free HIV test kits to those who qualify in the state of Ohio.
If you ever want to explore any of our resources, head to our website at ohiv.org. You can also live chat with us there if you ever have any questions about HIV, STIs, and sexual health.
If the live chat is not your thing, the hotline is still a hotline.
Yep.
Contact us with your questions by phone at 1-800-332-2437.
We're also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, all at OHIV Hotline. And if you've been following us for the past few weeks, you know that we've been running a fantasy pack giveaway.
Thank you so much to The Garden, who provided all these different goodies. We'll get into a little later for us. Lots of stuff for lovers.
Mm-hmm. We're excited to announce the winners of the giveaway during this live event. But first, we have plenty of other treats in store for you people at home.
These flowers, they're also beautiful. They're gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
They look like Linda Evangelista.
You got all that from a flower?
Don't be like that, TK. I know you got them for me.
Not I, said the cat.
I wonder who got them then. I bet you it was St. Valentine.
Oh, yeah? You think so? Maybe it was the Easter Bunny.
Do you want to hear a story?
Not particularly.
So, anyway, once upon a time, many eons ago, there lived a people in a city called
Rome.
Yeah, how'd you know?
Hmm.
Anywho, so long before Valentine's Day ever existed, there was a holiday known as Lupercalia.
Okay.
Lupercalia is a she-wolf. Rawr. And the people there would celebrate this holiday because she nursed Romulus and Remus, an ancient Greek myth. And during this time, the festival ushered in spring and brought forth cleansing and healing energy and fertility to the city. People would dance and party and run naked through the streets in thongs that they fashioned from the hides of their animal sacrifices. They sometimes hit people with them like little whips. Imagine like a little sexy towel spanking.
All right.
Anywho, women and maybe even some of the men would purposefully get in the way of the men swinging their thongs to get hit by them. Possibly an early display of kink and BDSM. However, they believe this will allow them to be fertile and have successful pregnancies.
Okay, but where does Valentine's Day come into play?
Be patient.
Okay.
I'm getting there. So, although no one is 100% sure about the history of Valentine's Day or who St. Valentine even was, there are several popular stories about its origins. During the 15th century, the Pope at the time, in an effort to Christianize Rome, declared that the former festival will now be referred to as St. Valentine's Day and be celebrated on February 14th. Valentine was a priest during the time of Emperor Claudius II and would secretly marry people because the emperor did not believe that men should get married because it made them weak and unfit for war. So, of course, he got caught because people be talking. And before his execution, he fell in love with his jailer's daughter. And before he died, he wrote her a letter signed, "From your Valentine."
That sounds a little bit like Stockholm Syndrome, but all right.
I know, but writing letters is so cute and romantic, especially when it doesn't end in death, I guess.
Well, you know what I think is romantic?
I don't know, maybe Cupid's wings and rainbows, I hope.
Yes, that. And couples having all of the correct knowledge to engage in fun and safe sex.
Exactly. That's right. And for couples where one partner is HIV negative and another one is HIV positive, there are some things people should know so they can get down with the get down confidently during this loving season.
You're absolutely right, Shay. And I think I know who the right person is for the job.
Who is it?
Just wait, you'll see.
I'll get you, my pretty. No. Oh. Hello. I didn't see you there. I'm not Dr. Jan, your resident sexual health expert. Today, I'm here to talk to you about serodiscordant relationships. That is where one or more of your partners in a relationship is HIV positive, while the other is not. Now, take no pause. There is no need to worry. People in serodiscordant relationships can engage in safe, fun, hot sexual experiences. Here's how. For the partner or partners living with HIV, getting on treatment and taking it as prescribed will help you live a healthy life with a positive HIV diagnosis. Treatment helps reduce one's viral load to undetectable levels, and it's not possible to transmit HIV once this happens. Undetectable equals untransmittable. I also recommend scheduling regular check-ins with your medical provider to make sure your health is on track. Now, on to HIV Negative Partners. PrEP, or pre-exposure prophylaxis, is a once-daily medication that can prevent HIV transmission. Ohio residents can get payment assistance for PrEP on our website by going to www.ohiv.org/PrepConnect. Routine testing will also help you stay updated on your HIV status. It's also important to remember not to place all of the sexual health responsibilities in the relationship on your HIV positive partner. They can't manage their health and yours at the same time. Do what you need on your end to stay healthy. Finally, all partners, regardless of HIV status, even if one partner is undetectable and the other is on PrEP, there are still other things you can do to lower your risk of HIV transmission, like using condoms. For those in the injection drug community, make sure that you're using new needles every time. Don't share your needles. Communicate with each other. Reach out to the communities that are experiencing what you are. You don't have to be alone. There you have it. Regardless of your HIV status, you deserve a healthy sex and love life. For more information, visit us at www.ohiv.org or give us a call. I'm available. 1-800-332-2437. I'm not Dr. Jan, wishing you good health.
Thank you, not Dr. Jan, for sharing that important information with us.
Yes. Thank you so much. If you are tuning in right now at home, thank you so much for joining us. That's Shay. I'm TK, and this is our Session with the Sexpert Valentine's Day edition. We are so excited to celebrate this day of love by announcing the winners of the Fantasy Pack giveaway, but there's something else to celebrate first. Shay, I'm sure you know this month just isn't the one where we celebrate Valentine's Day.
Of course, this month is also Black History Month, as well as National Black HIV/AIDS Awareness Day that was just this past Sunday on February 7th.
Yep, so we cannot go on without talking about and giving honor to those who paved the way for us through organizing, activism, and advocacy, especially the unsung heroes whose stories aren't commonly celebrated.
First, we'll start with Lorraine Chade Beckersfield. She is a Black trans woman from Chicago who has done incredible work as an HIV/AIDS case manager, and in 1995, she founded the group Transgenesis. This group served as a community hub for Chicago's trans people, and the space provided resources for HIV/AIDS, gender identity, sex work, harm reduction, and self-empowerment until 2003. In talking about what's important, she said, being born Black and trans could come like it's the absolute worst thing it could be, but if you look in the mirror, I've examined that the body is a temple, and I take care of that temple, and I loved it. We as trans community need to decide if we're existing or if we're just going to live, really live and reach our goals. Without reaching our goals, community to help one another, we wouldn't be able to get there.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we're going to Philly now. Big ups to Abdul Ali Muhammad and all the work they've been doing as an HIV activist and community organizer. They are a Black queer Muslim who you might know for adding the Black and brown stripes to the rainbow pride flag, but their efforts to center racially marginalized people in whitewashed spaces doesn't end there. They first received care from the Mazzoni Center out there and then later became an employee, only to become troubled by the racist work environment and exploitative funding practices. With the help of two others, they were able to co-found the Black and Brown Workers Co-op so that they could facilitate important change around white supremacy and transphobia within AIDS service organizations that could demand change. They staged walkouts with employees, they participated in staff meeting disruptions, and most importantly, Abdul Ali Muhammad staged a med strike where they wouldn't take their HIV medication until the CEO and medical director at the center completely resigned. And within 4 days, they were able to make that happen. They got the win. Those two people resigned. So organizers like Abdul Ali Muhammad really let us know that Black and brown workers can unite. They can take legitimate direct action based on the workers' interests as a way to materially shift conditions in ways that lukewarm, anti-racist policies created by an organization's leadership never could. Food for thought for the viewers at home. The quote from them is, "We are here as radical Black LGBTQ folks. We've been here. We'll continue to press on those systems and get our demands met by any means necessary." That's what grounds me, but there is so much work to do.
Shout out to you. Next on our list is Katrina Haslett. She did truly revolutionary activism as a working class Black woman. Oh, wait, did we talk about her already?
No, we didn't.
Okay, perfect. As a working class Black woman who was incarcerated and living with HIV. The carceral institution was doing nothing to provide care, in part because jails and prisons do not care about people, and definitely not people living with HIV. While she was at Bedford Hills Correctional Facility in New York City, Katrina founded AIDS Counseling and Education, also known as ACE, to help incarcerated women living with HIV. After 66 months in prison, she became an HIV educator and an advocate. She lost her life at age 33, just 1 month before the CDC announced an expanded definition of the virus to include women's symptoms. Her work added hundreds of women to the national case numbers, making them eligible for federal relief and treatment. "I am and have been a woman with AIDS despite the CDC not wishing to count me," she told the New York Times 1 month before her death in 1992. We are compelled. We have compelled them to. Thank you to Ms. Haslett and her tireless sacrifice.
All right, the South got something to say. Based in Atlanta, Georgia, the amazing Tory Cooper is a Black trans woman who has been holding it down on the HIV/AIDS activism and advocacy front for over 30 years. Motivated by the lack of intentional care that trans people were receiving in Georgia when she moved there in 2009, she went from being a volunteer to a full-time advocate. For example, through Positive Impact Health Centers, Ms. Cooper and her colleagues created a leadership course for trans individuals to increase their HIV knowledge, to improve HIV service delivery, health, social justice outcomes for their peers. Her quote, "I define success by seeing trans women live healthily and happily. When I see my girls getting jobs, sometimes in places where they couldn't use the bathrooms because of their gender identity, that's success. When I see people who are getting undetectable viral loads because all they did was take their medicine for 90 days, that's success."
I think that's successful too.
Me too.
Last but certainly not least is Reggie Williams. Born in our very own Cincinnati, Reggie was an X-ray technician during the very early days of the HIV epidemic in the US, like back when it was still being called the gay-related immune disease. At the hospital he was working in California became overrun with people dying from the mysterious illness. Williams noticed that the prevention efforts were not reaching Black men and other men of color. To fill this gap, he created the AIDS Task Force of the San Francisco chapter of Black and white men together, both to make prevention efforts more inclusive, as well as to combat intra-community stigma among men of color related to sexual activity and HIV risk. This group eventually birthed the National Task Force on AIDS Prevention, which Mr. Williams ran from 1988 to 1994 while living with his own positive HIV diagnosis. He spent the last years of his life in Amsterdam with his partner until passing on February 7th, which is coincidentally the same day as National Black HIV/AIDS Awareness Day. Look at that. We've come full circle, y'all. We couldn't find a direct quote, but we did find this poem written by Wolfgang Schreiber for Reggie Williams' funeral. "Life, be in it. Life too short to be wasted. Life too precious to be mistreated. Life so frail, life so beautiful. Life no room for ignorance. Life no room for hatred. Life no room for fear. Life is love, life is tenderness, life is understanding. Life is laughing, life is dancing and singing and drinking and eating and working. And life, too beautiful to be rushed through. Life is now, so be in it."
So beautiful. Thank you. It is just so important to remember that HIV activism and all our current medical advancements would be nothing if not for the past, present, and future contributions of Black people.
And as your resident sexperts who are also Black folk, we want people in our communities to have access to the resources they need to live healthy lives. And that includes knowing your HIV status, especially considering how we are disproportionately affected by HIV transmission rates. There should be no shame in discussing HIV.
Speaking of, Shay and I wanted to show y'all how easy it is to know your HIV status these days. Remember how qualifying Ohio residents can get free HIV tests from our website, ohiv.org? Well, the two of us filmed a tutorial showing you how to take the test from start to finish in the comfort of your own home.
Roll the clip! Hi, my name's Shay.
And I'm TK.
And this is a session with a Sexpert.
Today, we're going to be showing you how to take an Quick at-home HIV test. Let's get started.
TK, I think we have on the wrong tracksuits. I'm supposed to be blue and you're supposed to be yellow.
You know what? I think you're right. On 3,
1,
2,
3. Now we're ready to get started. Knowing your HIV status is so important, whether you take an HIV test at home or in the comfort of an office.
But like we mentioned before, today we'll be focusing on the at-home Quick HIV test. You can find the test in your local drugstore or pharmacy. You can also order it online from their website, oraquick.com.
But if you're at least 16 years of age and living in the state of Ohio, you may qualify for a free at-home Quick HIV test from us here at OHIV. Visit us at ohiv.org to see if you qualify today.
Before we get started with taking the test, there are just 2 things that I'd like for you to know. Number 1, if the encounter that you had that might expose you to HIV was less than 3 months ago, the results from this test may not be accurate. Just a reminder, the activities that are most risky for HIV transmission include unprotected or condomless vaginal or anal sex, or sharing intravenous drug needles. Number 2, if you are currently taking PrEP, if you are currently taking HIV medication, or if you are currently participating in an HIV vaccine trial, the results may not be accurate. In either of these examples, we would recommend contacting your medical provider if you are worried about HIV risk. They will be able to get you connected to advanced medical screening. All right, I think you're ready to get started.
All right. This is a test kit. If you order an HIV test kit from us here at OHIV, your test kit will come in discreet packaging like this, and inside will be a test kit. If you open up this lovely test kit here, there will be a resource sticker on the front that has a phone number for you to contact if your HIV test says that you have HIV. Also, there's a list of resources below that anyone can reach out to find access to housing, foods, mental health support, and a variety of other resources. Lastly, you want to check the expiration date on the box to make sure that it has not passed and that your tamper-proof seal has not been tampered with.
All right, let's get into the actual kit itself.
Yeah.
All right, so this is what the Quick test looks like. When you open it up, you'll see the different components. Instructions in English and Spanish. If you pop open the lower drawer, you'll see a plastic bag for you to get rid of your test when you're done taking it. A test tube. A test stick. A package insert. A booklet labeled What Your Results Mean to You. Another booklet labeled HIV, Testing, and Me. And finally, a short pencil.
Ooh, a pencil.
Mm-hmm.
It is totally normal if you're feeling nervous or anxious about taking an HIV test. It may be beneficial for you to invite a friend over. I would probably invite TK, and hopefully TK would invite me. You could also give us a call at 1-800-332 2437 to make an appointment with one of our hotline operators or a Sexpert like TK and I to go over this process over the phone.
Just the last few minor things. Want to make sure to not eat, drink, or use any oral hygiene products for at least 30 minutes before taking the test. Want to grab your glasses or your contacts, whatever you need to make sure you can read the instructions clearly, and set your materials up in a well-lit area.
Well, let's get into these steps.
Hey everyone, we're ready to take the test now. So, step number 1, open up the bottom drawer and remove the test tube. Be careful with the test tube because it contains liquid that cannot be spilled, so make sure to hold it upright.
Step number 2, you're going to want to remove the cap, not twisting it, just pop it off. Because again, if the liquid spills out, the test is no good and you will need to throw it away and get a new one.
After you open it, you'll place it inside the test tube holder right at the top of your kit. Next, we'll remove the test stick from its packaging. Careful to not touch any of the tabs with your fingers or hands.
Next, you're going to take your test stick and you're going to swipe your top gum once and your bottom gum once. It does not matter which side of the pad that you use, but it is important to only swipe the top and the bottom once a piece. Any more than that can lead to an inaccurate test result.
Once you swipe, you'll place the test stick flat side down inside of the test tube with the window facing out towards you. After you do that, you'll take the short pencil, write down the start time, which is right now, right here, 20 minutes after your start time, and 40 minutes after your start time. 20 minutes after the start time will be when you read your result. Any more than 40 minutes after your start time and the result will be inaccurate and you should not use those results.
Next, you will want to open the flap on page 6 to cover your test stick. And then after that, you just wait about 20 minutes or so. You can watch a TV show, scroll through the internet, or call a friend, or read through some of the information that is inside your test kit. But be sure to keep track of time.
After 20 minutes has passed, the most important step is here. Step number 7, check your results. You will close the flap to see how your results compare to the ones printed in the test kit booklet instructions. 1 line with next to C and 0 lines or no lines next to T means you got a negative or non-reactive result. If you see 2 lines in the window, 1 next to C and 1 next to T, no matter how faint that line next to T is, indicates a positive or a reactive result. This may mean that you have HIV, but again, like we mentioned before, if you see a reactive result, we recommend that you contact a medical provider for laboratory testing and more advanced screening. And you can find the number to call for your region located on the outside of your resource label.
If you receive a positive test result, there is a path for you. There are medications that can keep you healthy and safe. When taken daily as prescribed by your doctor, they can help you achieve a suppressed viral load, meaning that once again, you can stay safe and healthy and you cannot pass HIV to a partner. U equals U, undetectable equals untransmittable.
If you test negative or receive a non-reactive result, there's also a path for you. Continue engaging in methods that keep you HIV negative. When used correctly, condoms can prevent against HIV and STI transmission up to 100%. You can also consider taking PrEP, which is a once daily medication. When taken as prescribed, it can prevent against HIV transmission up to 99%. Also want to think about getting tested for HIV and STIs regularly. Just want to stay informed.
Our last and final step, step number 8. You're going to want to remove the white bag at the bottom of your test kit and place all of the contents inside, including the test tube. This will ensure your privacy and your safety.
There you have it, folks. Taking at home HIV test kit is really, really easy to do. Knowing your status is super important.
It can bring you comfort and security, allow you to engage in sexual activity with confidence, and start you on the path to making safer sex choices and healthy living. For more information about HIV and STIs, you can visit us at ohiv.org or give us a call at 1-800-332-2437. My name is Shay.
I'm TK.
And this is A Session with a Sexpert.
Actually, I think I like this one better.
Bye! They love me. They love me not.
And we're back.
They love me not.
Fun fact, for those of y'all who didn't know,
They love
TK stands for test kit, but I find that TK is way cuter though.
They love me. They love me not. They love me.
Hey, what you doing?
I'm just trying to see if my boo like me or not.
Oh, are you not sure?
Well, they think they do, and I think they do, but you never can be too sure.
Huh. Well, you know what? I think it might be time for a Just the Tip, a segment where we share relevant sexual health information in 1 minute or less. In the spirit of the season, we'll be doing a special Valentine's Day spin on it.
What's that?
So, it sounds like you might be having some trouble determining how your partner or your boo is feeling about you, but I think what's more important is how you feel about your Valentine. For this Just the Tip, we'll be playing red flag, green flag, 1, 2, 3.
So is that like the PE game, red flag? No, red light, yellow light, green light, 1, 2, 3?
Yes, it is
Okay.
like that. But instead of moving towards a finish line, we're going to be talking about relationship red flags and relationship green flags.
I know what red flags are, but I'm not really sure what the green flags are.
Okay, well, green flags are just the opposite of that. Red flags are signs that a relationship might not be doing so well. So a green flag is a sign that things are going really well in your relationship. Things to look out for as positive.
Okay, that's helpful. I'm down. How do we play?
All right, so in my handy dandy box, I have different phrases written down. It'll be up to you to decide if a phrase is a relationship red flag or a relationship green flag. Do you think you can get 10 correct in a minute or less?
That'll go by fast, but I think I can do it. Just let me get my timer.
All right.
I'm ready when you are.
All right, and go. This person makes me feel safe, loved, and valuable.
Green flag.
Good job. This person refuses to communicate with me.
Red flag.
Good job. This person shows no interest in the things that are important
Red
to
flag.
me. Mm-hmm. This person has issues trusting me.
Red flag.
Yep. This person supports my personal growth.
Green flag.
Yep. Good job. Good job. This person controls the decisions I make about my life.
Red flag.
Big red flag. Big red flag. This person stops doing things I tell them make me uncomfortable.
Green flag.
Mm-hmm. This person and I work through conflict with patience and care.
Green flag.
Yep. Go. I can be myself around this person.
Green flag.
Mm-hmm.
8 seconds.
You are proud to call this person your partner, your friend, or your Valentine.
Green flag.
Yes.
One more.
This person intimidates me or intentionally hurts my feelings.
Red flag.
Big one. This person treats service workers poorly.
Red flag.
Big red flag.
Let's just go through the rest. Come on.
Yes, this person calls all their exes crazy.
Definitely a red flag.
Mm-hmm. And then last one. I don't have to prove myself to this person.
This is a green flag.
Yes, good job, Shay. This list was not exhaustive since there are plenty of other examples, but it's a great starting point. I hope that this cleared some things up for you, how you're feeling about your boo, and I hope it does the same for all of our viewers at home.
Yeah, my boo definitely gives me a lot of green flags, so I'm just gonna say they love me.
Yay, how exciting. I know that, go ahead.
I know that other people might have different experiences in their relationships though, so if you notice a lot of red flags in your relationship, it might be time for you to set new boundaries or even leave that relationship.
However, if your red flags are more serious, like this person's harassing you, abusing you, or assaulting you, we understand that it might be difficult or unsafe to leave. You don't have to go through any of that alone.
Ohio-based LSS Choices provides a 24-hour crisis line for survivors of intimate partner violence. If you need support, you can give them a call at 614-224-HOME or 4663.
And LGBTQ plus survivors of intimate partner violence, bias violence, or sexual assault who are located in Ohio are encouraged to contact Bravo, the Buckeye Region Anti-Violence Organization. Their advocates will directly support you and help you get safe, whatever safety looks like for you. Their helpline number is 1-866-86-BRAVO, and you can also talk to them live with their chat at bravo.equitashealth.org.
That's all for this Valentine's Day version of Just the Tip.
All right, so what's next on the agenda? Is it time to announce the winner of the fantasy pack yet?
Not yet, but we're almost there.
Okay.
That's coming next. I think it's time that we tease the viewers a little bit at home.
Ooh, okay, like a strip tease. I didn't know we was finna do all that, but I'm ready. Drive a roll up the partition.
No. This is not OnlyFans, which that is fine, but this is just not what that is.
It's the hotline.
Yeah, this is the hotline. It's not OnlyFans. I mean, we should tease everyone with a snippet of the amazing conversation we had the other day.
Oh, yes, that's right. You're right. Y'all, we got to talk to the one and only Avery Ware about the history of desirability politics and Black queer love.
For those who don't know, desirability is essentially the measure of how attractive people are, how dateable people are, and how worthy of love, affection, and care people are. It's basically just like how much you're wanted.
And desirability is inherently political in this world because it's informed by all forms of oppression, anti-Blackness, and its extension, colorism, ableism, transphobia, homophobia, fatphobia, you name it. It plays a part.
If you're watching right now, you've heard of desirability politics before. Please leave us a comment down below. But in the meantime, we're going to roll a clip of the preview of that interview.
Enjoy.
Think about your top celebrity crush. What does that person look like, right? Bring up another image that is the complete antithesis of what your ideal partner looks like, right? And interrogate that. Like, is it because of their weight? Is it because of their skin tone? Is it because of what you perceive to be their intellectual level to be? Is it because they're differently able, or have other abilities? Like, what is it about the people you find attractive that you find them attractive? And on the other end, which is probably the more pointed question, is why are these people on this list? Why do I find them not attractive? What makes them not attractive, right? And to begin to marinate on that, right? Don't convict yourself now in this moment. Don't convict yourself. Don't feel bad about it. It's just the facts. It is what it is, and interrogate it, right? And then think about what social cues, what social messages have been sent to you that you feel this way about these two different groups, right? So not only this is who I find attractive, this is who I don't. Why and how did I get here, right? Is it something that I saw on TV? Is it something that my parents fed me? Is it because of my friend group? Would you normally find these people attractive, but you're friends with certain people, so you would not go up to them at a bar, you would not message them on Tinder or whatever. In short, interrogate why you like what you like, interrogate why you don't like what you don't like, and then be real honest about yourself of why that is and how you got to this place.
All right, and we're back. That was a really generative conversation that I think our followers will benefit from when they see the whole thing. Do you know when that'll be released?
It will be coming out very soon. Make sure to follow us on all major social media platforms at OHIV Hotline and stay tuned.
Yep. Hey, Shay. I just realized that we've been talking a lot about the pleasure that you can share with other people, whether they're your friends or your partners, but we're missing something major. Exploring pleasure with yourself.
That's right, TK. Your body is a wonderland, so why not explore it? Masturbation, also known as the stimulation of one's genitals and other erogenous zones, as well as solo sex, which is all the fun things you do with yourself that does not involve your genitals, is a good way to explore your sexuality and make you feel good.
Yeah. Afrosexology, a community for discussing and discovering Black sexuality, encouraging empowerment, and seeking sexual liberation, has some tips that you may find helpful. We're going to go over them right now.
Tip number 1. Masturbation and solo sex has many benefits, including boosting one's immune system, reducing stress, helping you sleep, and can even enhance your sexual experiences with others. But most importantly, it makes you feel good.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna start there. Number 2, set the mood. You don't have to go in cold. Wear something sexy, change the scenery, play your favorite song, anything that helps you get in a sexy headspace.
Absolutely. That sounds like a great time.
Yeah. Do you know what you would put on? What kind of song you put on?
Oh, definitely Beyonce.
Okay, absolutely.
All the things off self-titled.
Absolutely.
The whole album. Tip number 3, tap into your senses. Think of things that you like to smell, touch, see, hear, or taste, and incorporate them into your solo sex session. This can include watching erotic content, spraying on your favorite fragrance, or wearing that special sweater that makes you feel all so warm and fuzzy.
That's important because it's brick outside right now.
So cold.
All right. Tip number 4, try out some toys and some lubes. It's totally fine if you want to use your hands to stimulate yourself, but you can also branch out and explore. Those toys, those lubes can be used on different parts of your body besides your genitals. Okay, but those might work still too.
And lastly, remember you are your safest sexual partner. Solo sex is a self-care and self-love practice. Masturbation is healthy and normal. The goal does not have to be to climax or to orgasm. Take some time and find your stride.
Yes. Thank you so much for these tips. For access to the complete post that Afrosexology put out, you can visit their website at afrosexology.com or follow them on social media at Afrosexology.
Absolutely. I think it's time.
It's certainly time.
Let's do it.
Yes,
Pull out the prize box. Pull it out.
Yep. All right, everyone. It's the moment of truth. It's time to announce the winners of the Fantasy Pack giveaway. We're really excited that the garden was able to supply us with these different materials. And so in this bucket here, I have the names of all the different people who entered. And so we're going to select 3 names.
3 names.
Yeah, I'm going
You pick the first one?
I'll hand it to you so you can pick the first one.
Okay.
All right, so don't look. All right. You can reach in.
All right. Oh, wow. Abolition for Life was one of our winners. We'll be in contact very shortly to figure out how to mail you your prize. Thank you so much for entering and following us online.
All right. So that was winner number 1. Uh-oh. Put them back in. I don't want to miss nobody. All right. Second winner is Sunflower Dion.
Yay!
Well done, y'all. Thank you so much for entering. And then I'll have Shay pull out the final one.
I'm going to go all the way down. I'm trying to get down in the bottom.
Yeah, get in the nooks and crannies.
Et El Danny.
L Danny.
El Danny, you are winner number 3, and we will be in contact very shortly to get all the information we need to send you your prize.
Yes.
Thank you so much for following us and entering.
Yes.
We'd like to thank you all so much for tuning in with us today.
Yes, please like, share, comment on this video. We'd love to stay engaged with you all.
Do we have any questions now, Dr. Jan? Nope. Alrighty. So be on the lookout for more content dropping this month from Shay and TK, as well as the full interview on queer Black desirability politics with Avery Ware.
Yes, for more information on sexual health, HIV, PrEP, and testing, be sure to visit us at ohiv.org.
Or if you'd like to hear our voices and chop it up, give us a call at 1-800-332-2437.
Yes, and we're also on social media at OHIV Hotline.
Facebook, Instagram, Christian Mingle, all the websites, OHIV Hotline. We are there. Grindr, whatever. Come chat with us.
You name it, we got
it. Once again, we'd like to thank you for tuning in. My name is Shay.
I'm TK.
And thank you for tuning in to another session with a Sexpert.
See you soon. Bye. Happy Valentine's Day.
Love is